Hey Los Blancos fans, welcome back to Real Madrid News. Today we've got some explosive updates that'll have you questioning what's really going on behind the scenes at Madrid. Is Kylian Mbappé actually making the team worse? Are we letting a perfect Toni Kroos replacement slip through our fingers to Arsenal? And is Ancelotti really planning to walk away at the end of next season? If you're passionate about Real Madrid, smash that like button and hit subscribe so you never miss out on the biggest stories. Let's dive into the drama shaking up the white side of Madrid. Let's start with the biggest headline of the week. Mbappé is making Real Madrid worse. Now, that's not something you'd expect to hear about a player who scored a hat-trick in a World Cup final. But despite his individual brilliance, fans and analysts alike are beginning to ask the uncomfortable question: did Real Madrid make a mistake by signing him? Here's the context. In the 2023-24 season, without Mbappé, Real Madrid were flying. They won La Liga with breathing room and added yet another Champions League trophy to the cabinet. The midfield clicked. Vinicius Jr. was electric on the left, and the chemistry was undeniable. Fast forward to today. With Mbappé now in the squad, Madrid are sitting second in the league, 4 points behind Barcelona, and just got dumped out of the Champions League by Arsenal in the quarterfinals. The last time they didn't make it to the semis? All the way back in 2019-20. Nobody's denying Mbappé's talent. But does his arrival create tactical problems? His preferred position is the left side of attack, Vinicius Jr.'s territory. That overlap has led to tension and awkward tacticals, reshuffles. It's the classic too many cooks in the kitchen scenario. Carlo Ancelotti has had to experiment with different formations to accommodate both stars, sometimes pushing one out of position. And it's not just about tactics, it's about vibes too. Football is a team sport. The best squads thrive on cohesion, not ego battles. Remember PSG? Mbappé, Neymar, and Messi couldn't make it work in Europe, despite being individually world-class. Ironically, PSG have looked much better this season after those stars left, outplaying teams like Liverpool with a younger, hungrier group. And take a look at Mbappé's numbers this season. Just 5 assists across all competitions, compared to Salah's 22. That doesn't scream team player, does it? Of course, there are exceptions. Messi at Barca, Salah at Liverpool, players who combine goal scoring and playmaking. But right now, Mbappé looks more like a disruptor than a difference maker at Madrid. Next up, let's talk midfield. Because with Toni Kroos approaching the end of his legendary career, Real Madrid fans have made it crystal clear who they want as his replacement: Martin Zubimendi. In a recent Marca poll conducted after Madrid's 5-1 Champions League humiliation against Arsenal, 33% of fans named Zubimendi as their top priority signing. That's a huge number when you consider the poll included options across all positions. Zubimendi has had an outstanding season with Real Sociedad, racking up 42 appearances and becoming a vital cog in Spain's midfield. He even stepped in for Rodri during the Euro 2024 final and looked right at home. What makes him special? He's press-resistant, tactically astute, and cool as ice under pressure. He offers the kind of control and discipline Madrid sorely lacked in that chaotic Arsenal defeat. When you attempt 33 crosses and convert 0, something's clearly broken in the midfield build-up. But here's the catch. Zubimendi is already halfway out the door to Arsenal. According to top-tier insider David Ornstein, Arsenal have been working behind the scenes for over a year. The Gunners believe they've secured the deal for around $51 million and see him as the long-term heir to Thomas Partey, whose contract expires this summer. So where does that leave Madrid? Well, late to the party, apparently, despite reports from Cope and AS suggesting that Madrid might swoop in last minute. Sources close to Arsenal are confident there's no real competition. Madrid's interest is more of a panic reaction to their Champions League exit, rather than a long-planned move. Meanwhile, Arsenal have done their homework, built the relationship, and, most importantly, made Zubimendi feel wanted. If Madrid miss out, it'll be a bitter pill to swallow, especially if Zubimendi blossoms into a midfield general in North London. And it raises another question. Why are we always reactive in the transfer market when we should be proactive? And finally, let's talk about the man at the helm, Carlo Ancelotti. Reports are swirling that he's made the bold decision to leave Real Madrid at the end of the 2024-25 season, a full year before his contract expires. This is coming off the back of the brutal Champions League exit, which has shaken confidence in the current direction. President Florentino Perez is set for crunch talks with Ancelotti, but insiders like David Ornstein say the decision has already been made. Ancelotti wants to walk away after one more season. So what's next? Xabi Alonso is the clear frontrunner to take over. He's done wonders with Bayer Leverkusen, and many in the Madrid camp see him as the spiritual successor to Ancelotti. He understands the club, the culture, and he's building an impressive reputation as a tactician. But getting Alonso won't be easy. He's under contract until 2026, and Madrid will need to pay to secure him. Still, if Ancelotti does step down in 2025, that timeline aligns perfectly. Ancelotti, meanwhile, has his eyes on an even more prestigious stage, the Brazil national team. With Dorival Jr. recently sacked, the role is open again, and sources say Ancelotti has been their top target for over a year. It would be a fascinating move. Brazil has a new generation rising, and Ancelotti could be the perfect man to bring structure and experience. For Real Madrid fans, though, it's a bittersweet prospect. Ancelotti has delivered trophies in class, and it's hard to imagine the bench without his calm presence. But all things must end. And this could be the final chapter of Don Carlo's Madrid story. Let's bring in some quick expert analysis to tie all of this together. According to Spanish football analyst Guillem Balaguer, Mbappé's signing was a marketing triumph but a tactical challenge. He noted that Madrid's style had matured without him, and now there's a bit of identity confusion on the pitch. On Zubimendi, former Madrid midfielder and pundit Esteban Granero said, "He's Kroos 2.0, not in style, but in reliability." If Madrid lets him go to Arsenal, they'll regret it for the next 10 years. And regarding Ancelotti's future, ESPN's Julian Lorenz commented, "This is vintage Carlo. He always leaves on his own terms, and if he takes over Brazil, it's one of the only jobs bigger than Real Madrid." In short, Madrid are at a crossroads, and how they handle these three situations will shape the next era of Los Blancos football. So let's recap. Kylian Mbappé may be a world-class talent, but his arrival has disrupted Madrid's balance. Martin Zubimendi could be the perfect Kroos successor, but might already be on his way to Arsenal. And Carlo Ancelotti, he's planning his exit, and the Brazilian national team is calling. Real Madrid is facing a summer of big decisions, and the future of the club depends on getting them right. What do you think? Should Madrid have signed Mbappé? Is Zubimendi a must-buy, even if it means hijacking Arsenal's deal? And is Alonso the right choice to replace Ancelotti? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear from you. And don't forget to hit the like button to support the channel. And subscribe so you never miss a Real Madrid update. That's all for today. Please leave your comments below and hit the like button. Thank you for watching.